Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to a Law of Attraction reading for June 2020. It's Raina here, and this is something that I do once in a while. I'm so glad I did. I've been having a great time with this because it kind of is different. It's kind of a break from the typical. And this can be any area of life that you wish to attract something in. And I'm going to lay out the spread and tell you what each position means. I got this is a reading, a spread that comes from emeraldlotus.ca. So I did not create this myself. Oh my gosh, I just did another sign and I got those two cards. So it's like, even when you shuffle, sometimes two cards, but not in the same positions, I should say. So several cards that are pentacles. So this can certainly be material matters being very front and center. So the first position is the vibration that you are emitting. Now, the Five of Pentacles is not necessarily something that you want. So if you are an Aquarius person who is in between jobs, and that has taken its toll on you in terms of your sense of maybe feeling lack consciousness, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like, oh, when am I going to get a job? That has to turn around. The law of attraction is about the energy that you're putting out, attracting what you get. You know, you get what you give, what you put out there. And so what's great is that you can turn it around. It all comes from looking at the situation from a different perspective and questioning your thoughts. Self-inquiry would be like an amazing thing for Aquarians to do, to be able to question your assumptions about your situation. So something in your life may feel lacking. If this is a relationship issue, perhaps if you have had quite a drought in relationships, you may say, I'm beginning to think I'm never going to find anyone. And especially if you are a more mature adult, let's say, chronologically at least, you may feel like lack consciousness. I'm too old to find a partner. That is so not true. I have read, sometimes I have read, things online where people have fallen in love in their 60s and they're, older than that. There's never a time that you cannot find a relationship, but it does take believing that that's even possible. So definitely you might have to work on your vibe. I'll put it that way. The second position is something that you need to be more open to receiving. And this is, I think, I did get this card in the exact same position. For you, I definitely think this has to do with forgiveness. Now, you are a fixed sign, Aquarius, and the fixed signs are Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. Out of all of the fixed signs, Taurus is the one that always gets slammed with being stubborn. And I believe that all of the fixed signs have this propensity. And actually, the Five of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. So that can be that stubborn mentality that keeps somebody stuck or kind of in a rut, in a mental rut. And with the Two of Cups, this can be concerning something that you need to forgive. Perhaps Aquarius is known to be, they're so tolerant and blah, 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 that kind of thing. but you're still a fixed sign, and you still may have a tendency, and perhaps if your moon is in a fixed sign, especially like Scorpio, which is a fixed water sign, or even like Taurus, a fixed earth sign, where you just tend to hold on to things and you hold a grudge, that can be a blockage that can affect your ability to manifest. And they talk about this a lot, about these kinds of things that you hold within yourself that prevent manifestation. The third position is, what will come when I'm more open to this? When you're more open to, I don't know what this is, if they're talking about the first card or the second card. I think they're talking more of the second card. If you're more open to forgiveness, this will give you clarity of thought. When we hold anger, resentment towards someone or something that has happened, it really clouds our mind, because a lot of times people don't realize that when they lack forgiveness, the other person is, can very well be oblivious, and they're just going about their merry way. They don't really care. Another thing about this is it's a distorted viewpoint. Sometimes, I've had people write to me after I've done a YouTube reading, and I have, encouraged people about forgiveness, and they said, you can't forgive certain things. It's just not possible, because they're, speaking about heinous situations that have occurred, abuse and things like that. And my thing is, I do believe that forgiveness is not something where you can snap your fingers, and that it is a process. It's easier said than done. I would never try to make it something that to berate somebody for not being able to forgive a situation. It only happens when it happens. But at least being aware of the need to do it. If you do feel like you're stuck in your life in some way, it certainly makes sense that you may have to work on this, and not to just kind of like shove it under the rug and act like, oh, well, it's not something that I'm going to do. Some people really hold on to it because they feel like they have a right to, and they don't realize how much it's hurting themselves. And, you are a swords, being an air sign. And this is like moving forward. This is about being able to, start anew. This will make you be able to start anew. So you're not trapped in the past. The fourth position is, this represents the next step you have to take, which is a leap of faith. And, this can be just true for all of us. We've been kind of pent up with what has been going on in the world as a whole. This is one of those events with the shutdown that has affected all of us. And because we have the internet, we're able to tap into that on a global level. With the Eight of Wands, this can be about things moving at a faster pace as we get back to normal. And being able to kind of go with it and move ahead. And not be afraid to just let go of the past is very important. And it may not be that, so if opportunities come your way, for instance, and if you're looking for a job, being able to, be prepared to accept something that comes on the fly, and not be, kind of afraid to do that. Because again, fixed signs tend to be a little bit, I don't know if cautious is the word, but you don't necessarily embrace change. Although, definitely your ruler, Uranus, is all about sudden change. But sometimes it's just so, it almost seems random when you decide to change. This kind of like contrarian situation where it makes you unpredictable. The fifth card, how can I manifest even more successfully? This is the Three of Pentacles. This is about even like working with others. You're a very independent-minded person, but there may be some opportunity that comes your way. You know, if this is in the workplace, it can be about you know, cooperating with others instead of wanting to just do things your own way and always, you know, I have to be an individual and things like that. And let's see, I'm looking up here if there's anything else. This is even about getting additional training. So maybe that's something that, even if you weren't thinking about it, might be right up your alley. That you need to get a certification or take a course for some reason, and that will give you more knowledge and give you another skill to add to your repertoire. And the sixth card is a message from your higher self, source energy or spirit, and it's the Seven of Pentacles. It's really a card of patience, of doing an assessment as you go along and seeing if it pays off, whatever it is that you're trying to do. And, you know, there's kind of that sense of like evaluation taking place. So it's all, you know, a series of steps to what it is that you're trying to manifest, Aquarius. So step by step. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that you resonated with this reading. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.